Love is a strange, silent force. It doesn't always arrive with grand gestures, dramatic confessions, or loud declarations. Sometimes, love lives in quiet moments, hidden glances, and the things left unsaid. There are people who love deeply, but silently, too scared to speak, too guarded to show, yet too involved to walk away. Maybe he's one of them. Maybe there's someone in your life who acts like he's just a friend, just someone around. But deep down, his heart beats a little faster every time you enter the room. You've probably questioned it, wondered if you're imagining things. He doesn't say he likes you. He doesn't make it obvious. But somehow, something about the way he treats you feels different, subtle, real. Maybe he pulls away when you get too close. Maybe he's always there when you need help, without ever expecting anything in return. Maybe he watches your stories, knows your favorite things, teases you in ways no one else does, but still pretends like it's nothing. The truth is, some people love with fear in their hearts. Fear of rejection, fear of ruining a friendship, fear of not being enough. So instead of telling you how they feel, they hide it behind mixed signals, nervous laughter, and silence. But love, real love, always finds a way to show itself. Not always in words, but in patterns, in signs. And if you look closely enough, you'll see them. This video is for the ones who feel confused by someone's behavior, for the girls who feel a connection but aren't sure if it's real, for anyone who's ever looked at someone and thought, does he feel the same way? But never got a clear answer. You're not imagining it. Sometimes the signs are there, just hidden, just quiet, just waiting to be noticed. So if you've been wondering whether he's into you but too scared to show it, this might be the clarity you've been searching for. These 12 signs might not scream, "I love you," but they whisper it in ways that are just as meaningful. Let's dive deep into the hidden behaviors, the subtle clues, and the unspoken truths that reveal what his heart is really trying to say, even if his lips never will. Because sometimes, the most powerful kind of love isn't shouted. It's the one that lives in silence, hoping you'll hear it anyway. 1. He avoids eye contact, but always notices you. When a guy is in love but hiding his feelings, one of the most telling signs is how he handles eye contact. He might avoid looking directly into your eyes, not because he isn't interested, but because he's too interested. Eye contact creates a sense of vulnerability. It reveals emotions that he's trying so hard to keep under control. By avoiding your gaze, he's trying to protect his secret, to keep his feelings hidden where he thinks they're safe. Yet, even as he avoids looking at you directly, he notices everything. He'll be aware of the smallest changes in your appearance, the way you speak, your mood, your laugh, even the way you enter a room. His eyes may not meet yours, but they follow you when you're not looking. It's a silent confession, an unspoken truth that he's emotionally invested in you, but not ready to show it. He may look away when you catch him staring, pretend he wasn't paying attention, or even act indifferent. But deep down, his heart races every time you're near. This subtle contradiction, avoiding direct connection while constantly being aware of your presence, is one of the strongest, most hidden signs of love. 2. He remembers small details about you. When a guy remembers the small details about you, it's a quiet but powerful sign that he's emotionally attached, even if he's trying to hide it. These details might seem insignificant to others. Your favorite song, how you take your coffee, a story you told once in passing. But to him, they matter. He listens more closely than he lets on. And those little pieces of information stay with him because they're connected to you. He might not openly say he cares, But the way he brings up things you don't even remember saying shows a deeper level of attention. It's not about impressing you, it's instinctual. When someone is secretly in love, they absorb the little things without even trying. Remembering these details becomes his way of staying connected to you, even if he can't express his feelings out loud. It shows you're on his mind more often than you realize. He might casually mention something from weeks ago, and it'll surprise you. How did he even notice that? That's the hidden language of love. No grand gestures, no obvious signs, just quiet attentiveness that speaks volumes about how much you mean to him. 3. His mood changes when you talk to other guys. When a guy is secretly in love with you, his emotions can become hard for him to control, especially when he sees you talking to other guys. Even if he tries to act normal, you'll notice a subtle shift in his mood. His energy might drop, he may become quieter, or suddenly seem distant. That change isn't just random, it's a reaction to the discomfort he feels watching someone else get your attention. Deep down, there's a sense of jealousy, not out of possessiveness, but because he wishes he were the one you were laughing with, the one making you smile. He might not even realize how obvious his mood shift is, because he's trying to play it cool. But his silence, his body language, and his sudden disinterest in the conversation around him all speak louder than words. It's his way of silently pulling back to protect himself from emotions he's not ready to admit. These reactions are involuntary. He doesn't plan them, they just happen, because seeing you with someone else makes his hidden feelings bubble to the surface, no matter how hard he tries to keep them buried. 4. He texts and deletes before sending. When a guy is secretly in love but trying to hide it, even something as simple as texting becomes complicated. He might type out a message, sometimes long and heartfelt, only to delete it before hitting send. This hesitation says a lot. He wants to talk to you, wants to express what he feels, but fear holds him back. He overthinks every word, worried that he'll come across too eager, too obvious, or worse, that you won't feel the same. That backspace button becomes his safety net, helping him erase what he's not brave enough to say. Sometimes he'll even send something completely different, a casual "hey" instead of what he really meant to write. You might never know how many unsent messages he's written late at night, just staring at your name on the screen, wondering if he should take the risk. This constant back and forth in his mind is his way of staying close to you without crossing the line he's too scared to break. It's not about playing games. It's about protecting his heart while still finding ways to stay connected, even if silently. His unsent messages are pieces of a love he's not yet ready to share. 5. He teases you more than others. When a guy is secretly in love but hiding it, teasing often becomes his go-to way of connecting with you. It's playful on the surface, but underneath, it's a subtle way for him to express affection without revealing too much. He'll joke with you, poke fun at little things you do, or give you harmless nicknames, more often and more intensely than he does with anyone else. It's his way of getting your attention, of creating a bond that feels personal and light-hearted. The teasing lets him be close to you without the pressure of being serious or vulnerable. It gives him space to interact with you, to make you laugh, to keep things fun, all while hiding the deeper feelings he doesn't want to admit. There's comfort in the back and forth banter because it builds a connection that feels safe for him. He may even tease you about things he actually loves about you, using humor as a mask. While others might think he's just being silly, you'll notice he treats you differently. His teasing has a spark, a softness, and a strange kind of attention that says more than he ever will out loud. 6. He supports you silently without showing off. When a guy is secretly in love with you but doesn't want anyone to know, he often becomes your quiet supporter. He won't make a big deal out of it or seek recognition. He just helps you in ways that feel small but meaningful. He might stay up late to help you with something, offer advice when you're struggling, or be there in moments when no one else notices you need someone. He doesn't do it to impress you or to win your attention. He does it because he genuinely cares, even if he won't say it out loud. His support comes in the form of small actions, things that might go unnoticed by others, but mean everything when you really think about it. He claps for you in silence, celebrates your wins from the background, and worries when you're not okay. You won't see him posting about it or trying to make himself look good in front of you. Instead, he just stays close enough to make sure you're okay, even if it means putting his own feelings aside. That kind of silent loyalty is rare, and often, it's the clearest sign of love that's being kept hidden. 7. He watches your stories, but never reacts. When a guy is secretly in love with you, but hiding it, watching your stories becomes his quiet way of staying connected to your world. Every time you post something, he views it, sometimes instantly, but never reacts, never sends a message, never even leaves a like. It might seem like he's just scrolling, but in truth, he's paying attention. He wants to know how you're doing, what you're up to, who you're with, but he doesn't want to give himself away. Watching from a distance lets him feel close to you without the risk of being vulnerable. It's a silent presence, a way of saying, "I'm here," without actually speaking. He may even watch your stories multiple times, lingering on certain posts longer than he admits, but he holds back from reacting because a reply, an emoji, or even a nice pic might reveal too much. He fears you'll notice his interest, or worse, not return it. So he stays in the background, quietly involved, emotionally invested, but hidden behind a screen. In this small but telling habit, his feelings live just beneath the surface, unspoken, but very much real. 8. He's nervous when you're around. When a guy is secretly in love and trying to hide it, his nerves often betray him the moment you're near. No matter how confident or composed he might be around others, something shifts when it's you. He may stumble over his words, laugh at the wrong time, or fidget with his hands. His voice might change slightly, or he'll suddenly become more quiet or awkward than usual. These aren't signs of disinterest, they're the opposite. Being around you makes him overthink everything: how he looks, what he says, how you might interpret it. He wants to impress you, but he's afraid of messing it up, so he ends up second-guessing himself. Even small things, like standing next to you or making eye contact, can feel overwhelming for him. He might avoid saying too much because he doesn't want to sound too eager or obvious. That nervous energy is a reflection of how much you matter to him, how seriously he feels, even if he can't say it out loud. His behavior might confuse you at first, but underneath the hesitation and awkwardness is a heart that's holding back more than it wants to. 9. He asks about your love life casually. When a guy is secretly in love with you but trying to hide it, one of the ways his curiosity slips out is through casual questions about your love life. He won't ask directly or make it seem obvious. He'll slide it into conversation like it's no big deal. Maybe he jokes about someone you're talking to or lightly asks, "So, are you seeing anyone these days?" On the surface, it sounds casual, friendly, even playful. But underneath, it's loaded with meaning. He wants to know if your heart is available, if there's space for him in your life, even though he's not ready to show his own feelings. He asks in a way that allows him to hide behind humor or curiosity. So if you react a certain way, he can laugh it off. But in reality, he's listening closely to your answer. If you mention someone, he might seem unfazed, but inside, it affects him more than he lets on. If you say you're single, it gives him a quiet sense of hope. These small, indirect questions are his way of staying emotionally close while still protecting himself from rejection or exposure. 10. His friends act weird when you're near. When a guy is secretly in love with you, his friends often become the unintentional giveaway. Even if he's great at hiding his feelings, the people closest to him usually know the truth, or at least suspect it. So when you're around, their behavior can shift. They might start teasing him in subtle ways, nudging him, exchanging glances, or trying to act overly casual. Sometimes they go quiet all of a sudden or laugh at things that don't seem funny to you. It's like there's an inside joke you're not part of, but somehow you're the reason behind it. His friends may even start treating you differently, more curious, more observant, or overly friendly, because they know how much you mean to him, even if he's never said it out loud. In some cases, they might try to leave the two of you alone on purpose, creating small moments to push him closer to you. While he stays quiet or nervous, they're often the ones revealing what he's trying so hard to hide. Their energy changes because they feel the weight of what he feels, and no matter how hard he tries, their reactions often speak the truth his heart is holding back. He gives mixed signals, hot and cold. When a guy is secretly in love but doesn't want to admit it, his behavior often becomes confusing. One moment, he's warm, attentive, and fully present, and the next, he's distant, cold, or withdrawn. These mixed signals aren't meant to hurt or manipulate you. They're a reflection of his internal conflict. He wants to be close to you, to let you in, but he's also scared of rejection, of vulnerability, of exposing his feelings before he's ready. So he goes back and forth, caught between desire and fear. One day he might make you feel like the most important person in the world, and the next, he might barely acknowledge you. You'll feel the shift, and it'll leave you wondering where you stand. But the truth is, he's struggling with emotions that are bigger than he knows how to handle. Pulling away is his defense mechanism. It gives him space to regain control over feelings he can't fully hide. Coming close is his heart, speaking before his mind can stop it. These hot and cold moments are his way of staying near you without fully letting you in. A love that's trying to stay hidden, but keeps slipping through the cracks. He shows care, but never says it out loud. When a guy is secretly in love with you but isn't ready to confess, he often shows his feelings through actions instead of words. He may never directly say that he cares, but you'll feel it in the little things he does. He'll check if you got home safe, remind you to eat, offer help without being asked, or notice when you're feeling off, even if you haven't said a word. His care is quiet, subtle, and deeply consistent. He's always there when you need someone, always watching out for you from the background. But when it comes to expressing those feelings verbally, he holds back. Saying it out loud feels too risky, too exposed, too real. So instead, he lets his actions speak for him, hoping you'll understand what he can't say. He might downplay what he does for you, brushing it off like it's nothing. But it's not nothing. It's everything he feels, wrapped in silence. His care is steady, gentle, and deeply personal. You won't hear the words, "I care about you," from his mouth, but you'll feel them in every thoughtful gesture, every small kindness, and every moment he chooses you without saying a thing.